Did you know that sharks are immune to almost all known diseases? Because I certainly didn't. So hey guys, it's and thank you so much for watching. Today I'm gonna be you guys this amazing OU battle I had against one of my friends, Schogux. Now, last battle was kind of annoying when I battled Schogux, and this one was just, I love this one because I changed some thingies up. You can look at this team and you can tell that it's different because it's lacking the Raikou, but it was just all in all, it was very amazing. So anyway, be sure to look in the description for that question because that question will be in there. So if you look at this team, yes, this is a almost completely new team that I just made about 3 or 4 days ago. I really do love this team because it's so synergetic. A lot of the things on my team have max amounts of HP because my Zapdos, especially defensive and everything else, has a lot of HP investment, and that's really awesome for this team because it has a lot of longevity. And with Umbreon having Wish and Celebi having Lead Seed, my team can survive for extremely long periods of times while slowly letting the opponent die. So anyway, I do really love this team, and if you look at this resistance and weakness chart right here, you can see that I really have resistances to just about every single type. I have no, I guess, 3 weaknesses to one of the same types. I guess the most problematic things could be the fighting types, the bug types, the fire types, and the ice types. But outside of all of those, I mean, ice is really the most common, and you really don't see much of anything else in OU, so I really don't have to worry about that too much. And if you know, there is an ice weakness, I have not the Salamence, but the Snorlax, and I have the Foragers that can resist them pretty easily. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I really liked having it, and I hope you guys can stay tuned to the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let's go. So we're doing state testing where the school district uses us in order to get government funding. But anyway, so the sophomores, the juniors, and the freshmen are all doing the testing, and the seniors aren't. So I took the time to make some new sprites. So I hope you guys like these new sprites. I would have much rather did this instead of going with the other kids and playing basketball, thinking I'm LeBron James or something, trying to shoot free. No. So anyway, he leads out this Cloyster as I lead with my Snorlax. I guess he predicted my lead with that because usually I lead with my Snorlax or my Swampert because I don't like fast leads. Fast leads are not my thing because they just don't work out for me. I think they stupid. So no. Anyway, I'm gonna go into my Star Spear. Now he's just gonna be going for Ice Beams as I'm just trying to rapid spin away these spikes. I don't want them around because there could be an issue later on for my team because everything except my Zapdos is grounded. So now at this point, I'm trying to get him to just go for rapid spin, and at that point I can bring in my Zapdos safely and not have to worry about him trying to go for an Ice Beam and do a lot of damage to it. I know I can take it because my Zapdos has a lot of special defense, but it's whatever. I don't want to take that much damage that early in the game. It's kind of unnecessary. So now I'm gonna go for a switch out to my Zapdos, predicting him to go for a rapid spin, and fortunately enough, I do predict that correctly, and now he's gonna be able to just have to switch out into something because he knows that Thunderbolt is coming directly into his face. So I went for Thunderbolt because I figured he might have predicted me to just go for a Hidden Power Ice or something, but he just switches out to a Celebi. Now this is pretty bad because I know that Celebi can easily take my Thunderbolts. I could go for Hidden Power Ice right now, but he's just going to go for some Calm Minds, and at that point he could just go for Recover. That's just not going to work out. So I'm going to go on to my Shadow Star, which is my Umbreon. Now this Umbreon is pretty awesome because instead of having something like Mean Look, it has Curse and Taunt. Now after I go for a Taunt, I'll be able to see whether or not this Celebi happens to have Psychic or Hidden Power Grass, because if he happens to have Psychic, he'll have to switch out immediately, and if he has Hidden Power Grass, he'll try to wait out the turns, and once the turns are over, he'll try to Baton Pass out because he knows I'm slower than him. So he switches out, which tells me yes, he has Psychic and he doesn't have Hidden Power Grass, which is awesome to know. So now he brings in his Jirachi. I'm like, okay, this is kind of bad. So if this thingy tries to go for a substitute or something, I'm kind of screwed. But he goes for Cosmic Power. I'm like, okay, so Cosmic Power is cool. So even though it's not too awesome because you can't really do much with defenses in terms of offenses, I mean, you know, I guess with Cosmic Power you can't really do much offensively. Then no, it just doesn't work out. So he gets to go for a Body Slam. I don't know how slamming a body on someone paralyzes them forever. Well, I guess, okay. But now I'm paralyzed, and it sucks because now I'm not going to be able to go for a taunt consistently or do whatever I need to do because no, I'm paralyzed and I can't move sometimes. So I gotta go for a taunt because I know that roars have negative priority, and even though I'm like negative 1,000 speed right now, I know I'm faster enough to just go for a taunt, predict this thing from going for roar or trying to phase me out because I know that Suicunes usually try to do that. I didn't realize how good I made this sprite. I really do like that sprite a lot. That's, wow, it looks like Kool-Aid watermelon. Grape. drank. So he's gonna go for Surfs. The Surf's gonna do minimal damage to me because I have maximum special defense, I have maximum HP, I have a plus special defensive nature, and I have 130 base special defense and 95 base HP. No, you're not gonna be doing that much damage to me with a 80 base special attack stat. No. So I don't know why he went for a Roar now. Wait, no, I think he goes for Roar next turn. I'm not completely sure. I don't remember too much. So he gets to go for a Surf and get a crit. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I do have maximum amounts of HP and special defense, so I can take it pretty nicely. But even so, I run to be at a point where I won't have to, you know, try to wish. No, I don't want to be at a point where I can easily get set up upon or just get taken out because my HP is so low. So I don't know why I didn't just go for Taunt at this point. I should have, but he gets to go for Roar. I get to get all my boosts removed, and now I'm at minimal health, and now I'm paralyzed. It just sucks. So at this point, I'm gonna go for Elite 2, trying to get him to not set up, but he just goes onto a Celebi. This is kind of bad because he can just easily set up some Calm Minds now. I'm just gonna stay and go for a Rusty Keel Bell and try to get rid of the paralyzation so I can easily bring in my Umbreon, not have to be paralyzed anymore, get miraculously healed, try to go back in, try to go for a taunt, prevent him from doing that because he's so enraged he cannot attack me at this point. Ugh. So he brings in his Taunt, well, I'm like, okay. Now I'm like, all right, so I know that with +1, he's going to try to take me out. So I'm going to go out to my Buttward first, and then I'm going to double switch out into my Celebi, predicting him to have Hidden Power Grass. But unfortunately enough for me, he happens to have Hidden Power Ice. And I was like, okay, that's super effective. That's cool. That's cold. That's freezing. That's not good. That's cold. You can't do that. I'm gonna give you the cold shoulder for that one. Ugh. So now I'm gonna go out to my Falsetto, knowing that I can easily take a Hidden Power Ice or a Thunderbolt, even if he has +1. I can I can go for a Body Slam as he goes out into a Celebi, hopefully get him to get paralyzed and prevent him from trying to Baton Pass out into something else that could be even more threatening. So now I'm going to be going for a Shadow Ball, hoping he doesn't go for a Recover. I thought it could have taken him out. It might not have if he had maximum defense, but I'm not really sure about anything he has right now because I just saw this Celebi. I haven't actually attacked it too much yet. So my Shadow Ball unfortunately does not take it out. I think it got minimum damage on that. I really do think I got minimum damage. No, it should have did a lot more. That's stupid. That's unacceptable. No, you're lying. You're cheating. You're stealing. No. This is outrageous. No. Ugh. Gosh, that really made me mad at that point. I'm gonna read that later. Tweet about it. So he gets to go for Recover, which is just detrimental. That is just egregious. That's egregious. That's what it is. So now I'm gonna go for a Body Slam. At this point, I'm like, okay, so he has too many boosts up. I can't do anything about this. So I'm just gonna have to self-destruct. Just no, I can't accept this. This is not on my agenda of things that I need to do. So I'm just gonna unfortunately lose my Snorlax at full health. I really did not want that to happen, but you know, I just had to do it. I could not allow him to. I could have went into Fortress and then exploded, but I guess it didn't really matter either or. I mean, I needed both. So he gets to go for an Agility. I guess he's trying to get an Agility so he can go successfully into his, I don't know, his Cloyster or into his, what's the other thing he has, his Suicune or what, I don't know what. So he goes out into his Marowak, and I'm like, he has a Marowak. That sucks, because now if this thing gets to go for a Sword Stance, which he is, even if I have +1 defense, I can't really take an Earthquake. So I'm gonna have to go out into my Fortress immediately, hope to God that he does not get a crit, does not take me out, because if he does take me out, if my Star Spear dies at this point, I lose, because with the +2 and +2 speed, no. So he happens to miss his Rock Slide, which is extremely fortunate enough for me. I get to go for an Explosion and definitely take this thingy out. With +1 attack, an Explosion will take out anything unless it's a Ghost type or it's a Steelix or some kind of Steel type. So his threat is now gone now. His biggest threat is just, yeah, that would have been bad. Wow. So now I get to go for Baton Pass as he goes into the Cloyster. I predicted him to go for a Explosion, which is why I went for Baton Pass. Hopefully trying to get whatever to come in to not get hit. But I guess he just went for a Spike. So now he's going to switch out. And at this point, my mindset, I'm thinking, okay, he only has this Jirachi, he only has the Zapdos, and the only other two things he has is a, what's it called, a Suicune and a Cloyster, right? So I'm like, okay, my top priority right now should be to take out the Jirachi and take out the Zapdos, because once those thingies are gone, he won't have anything to take Thunderbolts anymore, and essentially I win the game, and he'll be trapped like he'll be trapped. My Raikou last video, that made me mad. So anyway, he gets to go for a Shadow Ball. I don't know why he has Shadow Ball, but he gets a crit, which is like, okay, you know what, that's fine. I don't know, you have these unorthodox movesets, and you get crits. No. So Now I can bring in my Shadow Star and definitely try to set up on this thingy, because now he's slower than me. Now I'll be able to go for a taunt, prevent him to just go for more cosmic powers. It's just not going to work out. Prevent him going from wishes. No. So now I get to go for a curse. I'm like, okay. So at this point, I'm thinking he's just going to go for a body slam. I don't really care too much. So now as he goes for the body slam, unfortunately he hits the paralyzation immediately, even though my Snorlax try to get, you know, some paralyzation and get itty after like 4. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, it's egregious, but it's okay. Now he gets Parahacks. I'm like, this is fine. I get to go for a taunt. Now he's not going to be able to do too much damage to me now, because the only thing he has to attack me with is Body Slam and Shadow Ball. I haven't seen his last move yet, but I'm really assuming that it might be either Wish or Doom Desire, because everything else does not make sense. So he gets to go into his Lobo. I get to go for one more Curse. Now I'm like, okay, so he's probably going to try to go for Roar again, and I'm like, no, that's not going to work out. So I'm going to go for a taunt first, and I'm not going to be trying to risk it too much. I'm just going to go out into my Swapper as soon as I can, but I can't do that if I get Parahacks because I can't move. I have no idea how a little small Jirachi like that caused paralyzation to my Umbreon. Bulky. No, it doesn't make sense. So he gets to go for a Surf. He's not doing too much damage to me at this point. I can safely come in at another point later on. I'm going to be trying to go for a Baton Pass at this point, and I do successfully do it. I get to go into my Buttwort. Now, I know he has maximum defense and 110 base defense and bold nature most likely and maximum HP. So I know my Earthquakes aren't going to be doing too much damage, but I know they're going to be doing a huge chunk to this thingy, where at the point he'll have to either go for a rest or something so that my Zapdos won't be able to come in and kill it immediately, and he'll at least have a chance of surviving some of the moves it has. So unfortunately I get to go right back out into my Umbreon. This is the one thing I did not want to go out into. I would have rather went into anything besides that, but whatever happens, happens. So he gets to go for a Calm Mind trying to set up on me. I'm like, no, that's not acceptable. You had to do that some other time. That's not going to work right now. So I think at this point he's going to be going out into his Jirachi once more, trying to take the Thunderbolts. Like I said, he only has this and he has his Zapdos to take them. So once I eliminate those threats, it's all good at that point. I don't have to worry about anything at that point. Now I can trap him like how he trapped me. So now I get to go for one more Thunderbolt, take out his Jirachi, not have to worry about it anymore. It really was not a threat at all. I guess the most threatening thing it had was the Body Slam trying to paralyze me, because outside of that, he wasn't doing much of anything that detrimental to me, and I could have dealt with that thing easily, even if it was it was okay. So now I get to go out into my Buttwort knowing that he only has Hidden Power Ice and Thunderbolt to attack me with. He's not going to be doing too much damage. So I was thinking that he might have just went for an Agility and then try to go out into his Cloyster, which is why I went for an Ice Beam first, but he just goes on the Cloyster straight away. I'm like, okay, this is fine. Now at this point, I do believe I just go out into I think I go into my Umbreon, because I wanted him to go for an Explosion, and if he went for an Explosion, that would have been awesome for me, because it would have been easier for my Zapdos to just sweep through his entire team, but he happens to just go for Spikes. Now, I was hoping that he just went for an Explosion at this point. There's no point of him really being alive right now. I guess he wants to be alive to stop my Swampert, but he can only do that to an extent, because my Swampert still has Hydro Pump and can still do massive damage to this thing. So gonna be going for a Wish first. He's still not exploding. I have no idea what he's doing, but he's not exploding. So I'm gonna go for Baton Pass at this point as he gets to go out into his Loba. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. I can go into my Zapdos, go for a Thunderbolt, go for a free Thunderbolt on anything that comes in, and I know it'll do lots of damage to anything unless his Zapdos happens to be especially defensive, which I don't think it is. So I get to go for a Thunderbolt. It actually does a lot of damage to this Zapdos, considering the fact that it has a 90 base special defense and I think 90 base HP, but I'm not completely sure about that. So at this point I was like YOLOing it. I was like, okay, I know he could just go for Hidden Power Ice, but I really don't care too much because I have a maximum amount of special defense on this thing, or I have a lot of special defense on this set. This is the Rest Talking Zapdos. You can find it on Smoggin. I actually really like this set a lot. I kind of altered it a little bit because for my taste, because honestly I don't think the other was working out too much, but I really do like this set. It absorbs status. It's pretty nice. You guys should try it out if you do 3rd generation. So he gets to go into his Lobo at this point. I eliminated the 2 most threatening Pokemon he had, his Jirachi and his Jirachi and his Zapdos. So now at this point I can Thunderbolt everything I want to, and now he's trapped. He's trapped. He can't go anywhere to go. His poor water types have to get shocked and die swiftly and abruptly by my Adsikin 14. Now, if you didn't know, his Zapdos happens to be a Mexican term. Talik or whatever is the Mexican god of thunder, and Adsikin right here happens to be the Meso. It's some kind of Native American. I can't pronounce it at this point because I'm not thinking, but this happens to be a thunder god also. So both of us are making those cool names. So Pretty happy about that. So now he's trapped. He can't do anything at this point. He thinks he's all funny for trying to go into Doug Trio on that last battle, trying to trap my Raikou ninja. That's what you are. You're a ninja. That's what you get for that. Trying to, no, I don't think so. Get out of my face. You lose. GG. Get out of my face. No more of that. No, don't you ever try to do that to my poor Raikou ever again. In the box, dead, because you want to earthquake people. Who do you think? Who do you think you are? So anyway, that was a great battle, schogux. Thank you so much for having it with me, and that is good revenge. Don't ever try to do that to my Raikou ever again, because this will happen abruptly the next time you try to do this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, comment if you are cool, subscribe if you haven't, share if you have the balls, and favorite if you are fortress. I have a lot of time for the next 2 days to do whatever I want to in terms of narrating whatever, because I do have school, but I don't think I'm gonna go. Ooh, I'm a bad person. So yeah, I have 738 subscribers right now. I'm almost to 800 already. I am getting super close to OMG Hyde's subscriber count, which is pretty fortunate for me, and he's kind of mad about it. He's like, dude, I want to come back immediately, but I'm like, no, because I'm here and I'm doing it just fine. I don't need you here. But if he doesn't come back, that'd be pretty awesome, because we get off that amazing battle that we never had. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, you new subscribers. Hopefully you stayed to this point. You probably didn't, because it's been about 16 minutes, but it's fine. Hope you have a wonderful day and everything. Hope your rest of your school year can go fantastically, and you can graduate high school or go to the next grade or go to college, get your master's degree, whatever. Hope you're successful for the rest of the couple of months that we have coming up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.